Hello, in this video from the Aggie Math Learning Center, we will be talking about how to solve for the solutions of inequalities. We will begin with how to solve some basic inequalities. Let's look at the problem negative 3x plus 6 is less than or equal to 3. Pause and take a moment to give the problem a try. Just like with equations, to find the solutions, we want to solve for x. The first step to do this is by subtracting 6 from both sides. That will give us a negative 3x is less than or equal to negative 3. We will then divide each side by negative 3. Note that when working with inequalities, if you divide by a negative number, the direction of the inequality sign will flip, leaving us with a greater than sign rather than a less than sign. This will leave us with x is greater than or equal to 1. This is our solution. It can also be written as 1 to infinity inclusive of 1, where we use brackets instead of parentheses since we are using a greater than or equal to sign. Now let's look at inequality problems that include absolute values. Let's look at the absolute value of 5x plus 6 is less than 10. Pause and take a moment to give the problem a try. When we see absolute values, we are going to be dealing with multiple inequalities. This is because 5x plus 6 can give us both negative and positive values that all become positive by the absolute value signs. We then know that for the inequality to be satisfied, 5x plus 6 needs to be between 0 and 10 if it is a positive value, or negative 10 and 0 if it is a negative value. Using this knowledge, we can rewrite the absolute value inequality with the following two inequalities. 5x plus 6 is less than 10, and 5x plus 6 is greater than negative 10. Note that the only difference from our original inequality is that the absolute value signs are removed. The second inequality has a negative 10 rather than 10, and it has a greater than sign rather than a less than sign. From here, we have two inequalities that are simple like the first problem we worked through. Let's first solve 5x plus 6 is less than 10. We will subtract 6 from both sides to get 5x is less than 4. We will then divide both sides by 5 to get x is less than 4/5. Now let's solve 5x plus 6 is greater than negative 10. We will subtract 6 from both sides to get 5x is greater than negative 16. We will then divide both sides by 5 to get x is greater than negative 16/5. For our final solution, we need to combine these inequalities. We know that x is in between negative 16/5 and 4/5. We can rewrite this as negative 16/5 to 4/5. This is our final solution. Let's look at one final problem. The absolute value of 32x minus negative 3 plus 24 is greater than or equal to 21. Pause and take a moment to give the problem a try. The first step is to isolate the absolute value portion on one side of the inequality. We do this by subtracting 24 from both sides. This leaves us with the absolute value of 32x minus negative 3 is greater than or equal to negative 3. Now since there's a negative number on the right side of the equation, we look at this problem a little differently. Because the absolute value sign makes everything positive, we know the left side of the inequality will always yield a positive value. We know that the positive value is always greater than a negative number. So we can say that the inequality is true for all real numbers. Therefore, it would be correct to say negative infinity to infinity. Now, if the problem includes a less than sign rather than a greater than sign, we'd conclude that there are no solutions since a positive number can never be less than a negative number. If these or any other concepts require some more of your attention, feel free to watch this video again, reach out to your professor or recitation leader, or utilize the free tutoring services offered at the Aggie Math Learning Center. We hope this video has been helpful.